Excuse me? Oh. Why am I... Shella, why did I go to bed with an alcoholic beverage?
Go to bed.
So I went to bed with an alcoholic beverage, and my underwear is on your side of the bed. Okay, you know what?
We had a wild night last time we played, apparently.
We did. Here, I have something I want to give you. Get over here. Get over here. Where are you
I don't
going?
remember.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Come here. I have something I want to give you.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, hold on. Maybe I can't give this to you. Okay, here. Oh.
A ring?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you get it?
I did.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
I found this, and, you know, I just thought.
I'll keep it forever. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love getting rings from you.
Yeah. So, okay.
We left notes for ourselves.
We did, thank God. Pam Pale Ale. Oh, that's why I had the Pale Ale. All right, I have to give that to Pam.
For Pam. I forgot how trashy our farm is. We got the trash
We
catalog in
did!
the save, and we just said, yeah, this is our new life.
Doesn't recognize your Twitch? No? It
Okay,
doesn't?
well,
Interesting.
I'll take care of the animals, I guess. It's gonna take me a minute to
Okay.
get back in the swing of this farm.
Yeah, me too. Ew. Chat, I think I'm allergic to the farm life. Oh, God, we still didn't upgrade our watering cans? I mean, well, they're copper. Is that... Yeah, we do have to water them. Okay. So Shella uses a different overlay than I do, and I can never tell when things need to be watered and when they don't. I have a hard time. It fell through, but the boss guy emailed you and said if you help me write a grant, then you might be able to work for me. Oh my God! That's huge! Do you believe in it? That's lots of ifs, and if you work for free, yeah. How are you feeling about it? I mean, at the end of the day, it could be something for you to put on your resume for another job, unless you've done grant work before. So I kind of think of it like that, like, yeah, it's unpaid and yeah, it sucks. But it could have the potential to be a really good thing, if you have the spoons for it, of course. I hate unpaid stuff, y'all. There have been so many instances the last few weeks alone where I've had companies be like, oh, we want to work with you. I'm like, okay, great. Here are my rates. And they're like, oh, for exposure. Exposure doesn't pay my bills, sweetheart.
Is one of our
refill it
watering
here?
cans, like, at Clunt's?
No, it should be in there.
Here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My bad. My bad.
Right. Maybe a call with him is a good start to think about. Yeah. For sure. Pre-work as part of an interview process. Yeah. Oh, we want to see how you do with this task. Okay, but it's unpaid. How dare you? All right, Shella's doing the rest of them. All right, so I need that for Pam. Vault bundle. Do I have my fishing rod? I do. Did you already do all the animal stuff today?
Yeah, I took care of the animals.
Phenomenal.
I don't know if we have anything in the greenhouse. I was gonna check.
Oh, all right.
Because I saw that we had it, and I was like, oh, go us. Like,
Did we plant anything? I don't remember.
I don't know.
No, it's completely empty.
Okay, so maybe that's something we want to do today then, because we can probably
Yeah.
start gathering some star fruit little by little. I forgot if we've gotten iridium in this save yet, because like personally, I don't like setting up quality sprinklers
no.
in there. I like to wait for iridium.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Okay.
I'm gonna run off quickly and just give Pam her pale ale.
All right, sounds good. Do we have a chest for artisan goods?
I do not believe we do. We could make one. We definitely have the room for it.
Yeah, we have a trash chest, not an artisan chest. You know, just the
Priorities.
It's fine. All right, I'll make an artisan chest.
Okay.
Maybe.
What the hell is Pam? Is Pam at
Maybe
work
I'll put
right
it up
now?
here.
Yeah. I don't know, Bear Witch. I'm assuming it has to do with the host, like the website itself. That's so weird. That's so weird. It's the worst, yeah. When I was student teaching, all that was unpaid. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but like when you student teach, there's usually 3 different semesters of your student teaching. Even when you're like full-time student teaching, you don't get paid for that. And in fact, the worst part of it is whoever you shadow as a teacher, they still get paid their full-time job when they don't have, like they have 3 or 4 classes less than they normally do. Like, of course you would want a student teacher. You're enjoy, Pam, bye. Love you, bye. All right, checking that off the list. Okay, so you said starfruit, right? Do we have access to the desert yet?
Oh, that's something I don't know. I feel like maybe we probably don't.
Okay, let me go by the bus stop and at least see. I'm assuming we don't because Pam is working.
Yeah, probably not then.
You get a bonus if you take in student teachers.
That's okay.
Correct.
We can
Same with our area
plant something
too.
else in there.
Okay. Here, I'll go back into town. Got some money from Pam. Oh, what's the homemade fertilizer? Oh, why did we take this? I guess we could do that one too. Hi, Gabby. Texas is a little different. If you're post-bachelor's 2 years to teach, you can take a paid version of student teaching. Oh, wow. But you already have to have a bachelor's for it. Okay. If it's pre-bachelor's, that doesn't work out. Are cranberry seeds the biggest ones? Like the biggest money makers for the fall? I think they are. We could do cranberry seeds for the time being. I think they're the biggest money makers, right?
Yeah, cranberries are pretty good.
How many should I get?
Well, it's 116 to fill an entire iridium sprinkler
all right.
greenhouse.
We definitely don't have that much money. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe just let me see if we have any regular. We don't have any quality sprinklers right now. I don't know. What do you think?
You want to do like
30 maybe?
Yeah, let's do 30.
Okay.
Oop. I accidentally bought 2 extra, so we have 32.
Oh, could you?
Sorry.
Okay, it's all coming back to me now. We have this quest from Susan to create.
I saw that too, the fertilizer.
Quality. Yeah, and I realized I don't have quality fertilizer, and I think it comes with level 7 foraging. I'm level 6 foraging, so I think I remember me being like, I need to level up my foraging so that I can make the fertilizer.
Okay. You can go off and do that. Yeah, I'll plant and I'll work on the farming stuff.
Okay.
Plant and grow the berries.
And then I see we have purple mushrooms.
They're going into the
which I think we needed for the bundle.
The greenhouse, so we're fine.
I'm assuming that's why it's on our to-do list.
I also assume that.
We're very vague with our notes to our future selves. It's not very helpful.
I haven't upgraded this at all. You know, we do be trying.
At least there was an attempt that was made.
I don't even know the length of this chat. What was that, 12? It must have been for 32. All right, so each of these are 12. Yeah, we're not doing regular planting. We were doing something for the greenhouse. I don't know how I'll survive. Yeah, it's rough out there. And you're like, well, at least I'll get experience. Okay. But still. Oh, we need some lights in here. Ah, why did I do that? Take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to have them even. 5, 6, 7, 8. It kind of looks like a really bad hairdo or that somebody's bending over. I'm really sorry for this visual chat. All right, gotta go and water them. Look at that hoe go. I have a name. It's Violet. We need an average. 80% certain there are more smoles in here than tolls. Do I bring down the average, though, because I'm 5 feet? Explain this to me. Hi, Star, I love you! Oh, did you say that? I thought that cat said that. Star, I have a name. 5'4". Like a medium? I'd call you a schmedium. I feel like 5'5", 5'6" would be medium. The line between small and tall? What do y'all consider tall? That's a good question. I feel like super tall is anything over 6 feet. But I don't rightly know. Hopping around. 5'5" is the line? Yeah. Isn't 5'5" the average height? 4'4" is the average height for a lady in the US. Wow, okay. 5'3", your husband's 6'3". Yeah, Kip is 6'2", 6'1". You're over 6 feet. Discord poll you did. Discord notified me in my phone notification that the results were in. Really? Or why? Willie, did that happen to you too? Did that happen to anybody else, or was it just the mods? Because if that's the way the polls are going to go, I don't want to do polls anymore. That's annoying. I'm sorry. Remy is 2 feet 3. Yeah? She's going to be taller than me at 5. She's going to be a bigums. All perspective. Rach, I agree with you there. For sure. We still have to do our vault bundle. What time is it? Ugh. Mayo Chuggers Anonymous. What else can I put down for Shella? Snuggle Puddle Farm. Realizing what it was from. Yours did that too. It seems like a new thing with the polls on Discord. You also got... Okay. We'll go back. I thought I was so cool, so tech savvy that we could do polls now instead of reactions. We'll be going back to reactions then. Okay? I don't need y'all getting notified about the winner of the poll. That's annoying to me. So we'll go back to doing reactions for our polls, okay? We won't use the poll mechanic again. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Clunt Hate Zone. Yeah, I love this. I like that the plastic bag is right next to it, too. All right, well, I'll have to wait on that. There's my underpants. I'm gonna get into bed, wait for Shella. Hi, Darzog! How was the outside world? Did you get chased by any bugs? What are you up to? What if it's a matter of the utmost importance? Then I will ping y'all myself. We can see if there's a setting to turn it off if you want to keep using them. Well, I already told y'all it was a pain in the ass because I have to post the poll first, then tag y'all. I can't tag y'all while I'm posting it. So it was kind of irritating. Where is Shella? What is Miss Shella up to? The panties stay on the floor while we're sleeping. Oh, there she is. Where were you?
I was out in the woods. There was a bear. What's happening?
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, something fell?
Sounds like a tree fell over.
A strong windstorm.
Dun dun dun.
Always choose the bear. Always. Belle did. Belle chose the bear. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, God.
It's gonna rain tomorrow.
Yay, no watering. I'm gonna run over and water the greenhouse stuff first, then I'll be back to help out with the farm.
Okay, I approve of the sign.
Oh, do you like that?
Yeah.
Chat's idea.
Yeah, you are really smart.
Did you hear that,
like
chat? Shella said you're smart. Beer Witch, you're smart. Y'all are like, "Pfft, I know. Legend behavior. So much better in here in the daytime when you can actually see. That was nice and fast. So we still need blackberries for the bundle. Purple mushroom. Oh, we got some maple syrup? We got some sort of syrup. That's good. In our vault bundle. So I think I'm gonna fish today. Did Shella already water this whole area? No, she did not. God, I love this hopping. You're elevated. You're like Dua Lipa? I'm levitating. Who made that song? Am I making this up? Is that Dua Lipa? I don't even think... Did we hit the bottom of the mines? We must have. Shella's efficient. She really is. With the hopping, she's super efficient. She knows how to get her done. A wolf wins! Oh, we got oak resin. I don't think we need this. Oh my God, we do! All right. We do need that for the community center. That's good, that's good. Got cheese in here. Ready to cheese it out, everyone. I don't know if Shella already milked. I should probably check. Nope. All of our pretty babies. Give me your milk and your udders. The figment of my imagination. Okay. Just so we're clear here. Completely imaginary. So happy to hear that. Hi, Scattered. Nothing much. We just finally met up with Shella. We're working on our co-op farm. We're getting
You
some
got the
stuff
animals,
done.
right?
I did, yeah.
Sweet.
And I freshly milked them.
I love fresh milk.
Same. God, it's been so long since we drank mayo together.
Do you want to?
I do.
All right.
Okay, hold on. I'll be over.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers!
Chug, chug, chug.
Mayo Chuggers Anonymous.
Let's go. All right, I'm gonna go.
Celeb crush, really? Who
look
was
for some
Shella milking?
blackberries, I guess.
Don't you want to
How
know
many
who
do
I
we
was
have?
milking?
Because it says we need 50 for the bundle.
They should be in our little chest before we leave. I'll double check. I think we might have 20 something.
Okay.
Not a
Hope
lot.
that they're around then. Oh yeah, there's the windstorm object down here.
Oh, wait! We have enough. We have 52. Oh my God, I'm gonna turn them in.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And
I'm
pomegranate.
gonna check out this dump with the question mark.
How many do we need for the...
Oh shoot. We need 100 pieces of hardwood.
Oh! The wild plum goes in there.
What was your question?
I was trying to see how many wild plums we need. Okay, so so the blackberries we're turning in. We still need 50 salmon berries or 15 wild plum. And...
Wait, 15 wild plum?
yeah. We only have 3
God.
right now. And then we have 26 salmon berries.
Okay, so we need either 15 wild plum or 50 salmon berries.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we could get 15 wild plum.
I think that might be possible.
All right, I'll keep my eyes out.
Okay. I come back to, don't you want to know who I was milking? It's a valid question, Simmer. Nobody asks me who I'm milking. Nobody cares. Give me attention. Is that a bull? Yeah, we milked that bull too. Isn't that great? Sorry, are there rats in here? Why are there rats in here? Why does Shella put rats in here? We ask because we care, and I appreciate that. Nice, so we only need maple syrup, pine tar, or the cactus stuff, so we really should probably go after, like, a purple mushroom. So that could work. Can you milk me, Greg? And then it was the Enchanter's bundle? Yes. Nice. And then, wait a minute. Where was I supposed to put the blackberries? Forager's bundle. Wahoo! Okay. I'm gonna go see if we can get some more items. Remember, y'all, this is Stardew Valley Expanded. So if you see some weird areas that we don't normally see, because of Stardew Valley Expanded. Yeah, go back to bed, Chaotic. You got this. No, please call Darzog. Maybe now call you Darzong. I like that. Darzong. Can I cut through from this area? No, I
think I just leveled up my foraging.
Let's go!
All right, I hope I can make the quality stuff, because I think I will be able to make enough once I have the recipe.
I think so too, yeah.
Because we have a lot of fish.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh my god.
Yee.
Are our flowers ready? Oh, they are!
That's good news. Maybe to leave just one so we can make some fairy rose honey. Because I think that's the most profitable honey there is.
All right, I'm going to leave a grouping of them.
Okay. Also, I got dwarf scroll number 2.
Let's go.
I don't remember how many of the other ones we got, but this one says we haven't donated it yet, so.
We definitely have to have gotten some of them. No, Darzong.
You would think.
Not Zardong.
So.
Oh my god. Why is my chat saying dong right now?
Should I mark off the blackberries for the bundle?
Oh, yes, please. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. All right. Look at us.
Do you still have the chair by the Cindersnap Forest for us to sneak into?
Funny you ask. I literally just used it.
Oh, you did? You
yeah,
wouldn't have...
I've been going in there every day.
Oh, you have? Okay. You didn't find a purple
Level my
mushroom over
foraging.
there, right?
No, I did
Darn
not.
it.
I haven't made a loop around the whole area yet, though. But
Okay.
yeah.
God, they hate us.
They do.
I'm gonna walk around. Thong, 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 thong. Stop it. Stop it. Do I need to get the spray? Thank you for the follows. Welcome on in. Welcome to the circus. Hope you like clowns. Because chat's filled with them. Hi, Ivy Porter. How are you doing? Welcome. Now, how deep into the forest can I go? Because I basically want to go over to the other side and see. Okay, yeah. We're there. Spritz me like we're in Flashdance. No, now you're asking me to drown you. Want me to drown you? Oh, is that a skunk? Hi, friend. Hello. Please don't spray me. You can spray me. That's one aggressive baby. Hi, Miss Lexia. How's it going? Welcome. Hi, Aurora. I'm good. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Oh, do you think my woman is home? Sophia, open your doors to me. Hello. I don't know what she likes. Would you like some cheese?
We actually have 106 hardwood, so I think
You're
we
so
can
welcome.
fix the stump in the forest if you want.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
I'm bringing the hardest of woods down there right now.
Awesome. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Wait, what are we doing? Shella just said we're fixing the hardwood. What hardwood stump in the forest? Is that a turtle? Hi, little guy. Hi, you're cute. Happy
Oh,
Monday!
fixing it up.
Hope you're having a good day. Oh my god, another turtle. What are y'all just
It's a
turtling doing?
little house now.
A house?
Yeah, so maybe someone will decide to move in.
I hope so.
I think, if I remember correctly, have you already gone through this in your solo playthrough?
Are you talking about the family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
I already got
I
all the
just
achievements
can't
for it.
remember. Oh, all right. So yeah, we don't have to be weirdly discreet then.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
well,
cool. I just didn't want to spoil it for
oh
you.
no, you're so fine. I honestly cannot wait until we wear one of their brethrens as a hat.
Oh,
Thank you
wow.
for
That's
the
oddly.
raid! Toph, thank you so
I'm very
much!
excited about that specifically.
How is the rest
Interesting.
of your
Okay,
stream? Welcome on in, friends. If you're new here, hey, hi,
I
hello.
respect that.
My name is Violet. I'm playing with my friend Shella today while we do our co-op Stardew Valley farm. We love playing comfy, cozy games over here on Twitch with a priority on chat interaction. Toph! I already yelled at you this morning. Can I yell at you again? Toph got me back into Disney Dreamlight Valley, y'all. I don't have the time. I'm lost, y'all. I need an adult. How do I get home? Okay, I found it. Never mind. I'm an adult. I lied. Thank you for all the follows. Welcome on in, sweethearts. Thanks for being here. You finished the quest. Now back to the design grind. Let's go. Did you already finish, like, all the DLC stuff? That's incredible. All I've been doing is playing Bramblecoin. That's it. I literally told Goofy last night to go yuck himself. She's unwell, babe. It's the mental illness. Hi, Lambrarian. I'm the dedicated adult today. Don't tell people that. Don't share that information. It's true, but... I say. You played every day, so it's easy, yeah. Well, you play on and off stream too, right? I'm just playing it off stream right now. We're too busy to add it into my on-stream rotation currently. You can't adult today. I can't either. Hi, Zeebs. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Even off stream, you play every day. You're addicted. No, but I love that. I love that. I love having a game like that. That's so fun. I always try and keep 1+ games off stream for me. Because I don't want to forget the reason why I started playing, right? We all love video games. So I want to make sure I keep some stuff for me. Like, not everything has to be made into content. Not everything has to be monetized. We have a book club, Lambrarian. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the book that we're reading this month, we're doing a children's classics month. Y'all voted, and the Secret Garden won. So our on-stream discussion is going to be towards the end of the month on May 28th. It's actually the day that I come back from my vacation. We'll be doing our book club. It'll be really fun. And I have lots of links in the Discord too, because it is a classic. You can find the ebook for free. You can get it at your local library. It's one of our most
I was
approachable books that we've
wrong.
had. What happened? Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the alerts.
I think the fertilizer we're looking for might come from the farming skill. Because I didn't get it with my foraging upgrade.
Oh no.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. We're still gonna work on it.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Chat was sleeping on my underpants today. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Cat
I know.
out in the open?
Unbelievable.
Good news, though. We actually do have 15 wild
Who's the
plums,
library?
So I can
You're
go
a
bring
library.
that in after we finish our chores.
Oh, awesome.
Which shouldn't take too long because it's raining.
Why can't I ever get the one that I want, chat? Hello? You're about 4 chapters in. The first couple of chapters, they caught you very off guard. Is it because of the subject matter? Is it what they're about? Because, I mean, it's a book about grief, really. Written in a way that is good for children or tweens. But it's kind of heavy. Kind of heavy. I might do an extra movie this month to watch the 90s Secret Garden. Because that holds a special place in my heart. So stay updated. Stay tuned for that. keep this with me. It's raining. How much are our vaults? I might just fish today, honestly. Hi, Nicole. How are you doing, love? I love that movie, too. I cry like a baby with that movie. I kid you not. Like, I weep. I weep. Me too. I haven't seen it in so long either. It's gotta be on Amazon, right? I'm sure we could rent it. I feel like Shella's gonna kill me if I use this money for the vaults. But also, we need to. All right, let's see what we've got. We've got 25. If we start, you know what? Let's do 25. So I'm gonna try and fish. I'm gonna fish for some more money so that we can get started on our vaults for the community center.
All right, sounds good. I might also fish because I have nothing else to do today.
Okay, perfection.
Perfection.
Did you watch it pretty recently? Awesome.
Let me just go.
Is it available to be watched anywhere?
Bundle.
It should. Yeah. It should be. Oh, we got some stuff to turn in. Yay! Chat, we got a plum bundle. Bundle complete. Let's go. The little Junimos are going to be coming out. Must be a popular choice this month because of the 10 copies available in my library. There's only 2. Really? I am surprised. Oh, I didn't fix this before I went in with the mods. So this is modded for our fishing, but I didn't do the JSON config. So it's not an instant bite. I need to really fix that. There we go. I actually have to pay attention today and not keep looking at chat. Thanks again for all the follows, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I can use it and get the free ebook, but I also have my beautiful Secret Garden copy behind me. So I might read it physically and annotate it as a treat. 1993 version. I didn't see the 2010 version. I didn't see it. I wanted to, but then I said, you know what? No. I just didn't think it was going to hold up to the 1993 version, so I skipped it. Yeah. The 90s one is the one that I grew up with that I really love. Junimos are coming out. I'm so happy for them. Right before Pride. Let's go. Actually, speaking of Junimos, Scottish got this for me. We now have a Junimo plush behind us, hanging out in my reading chair. Look how happy! He's so cute! And I love the green. The green matches our aesthetic so beautifully. So yeah, we opened up that bad boy today. Right? He's so squishy. Chat was wild because they basically, like, suction wrapped him from Amazon. And he needed to defluff. So I was like smacking him and chat was like, are you okay? Why are you beating him up? That's a fair assessment, but it was wrong. I need one. I'm pretty sure I put it, I think that was off of Amazon. So, Sparky, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. How are you doing today? Sparky, where were you getting up to? Positivity is infectious and we're here to make an explosion out of it. Explode on me. Well, that was a great first impression. Goodbye, everybody. I hope you had a great day, because I'm leaving. Welcome to the channel. My name is That Nerd Violet. I don't have a filter. I say things far too fast and far too often. Please don't leave me. We play a lot of cozy games over here with an emphasis on chat interaction and me misreading what people say. Koromon! It's kind of Stardew Valley. Art had a baby with Pokemon. Yo, that's sick! So it's basically like a creature catcher. I love that, though. That's fun. Hi, Harley. Hi, Invara. Hi, Sass Dog. Welcome on in. That sounds really delightful. Rent or buy on Prime Video? Oh my god, I'll probably buy it just so I can have it. Because the only other copy I have is on VHS. And I don't have a VHS player anymore, so that would probably help me out a lot. Thanks again for all the follows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing some chill fishing on this rainy day. We are playing a co-op with my beautiful friend Shella. This is called our roomie farm because they were roommates. And we're almost done with our community center. We're still in year 1.
Oh my god.
What happened?
The Iridium band. Fishing.
What? An icon.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
I'm so skilled now. And a combat skill book. Wow. That was crazy.
She's learning today.
I have 2 rings now.
Do you feel unstoppable and powerful? Hi, Helen.
Wait, was I muted?
Wait, yeah. What did you say?
Oh, I said I do feel unstoppable and powerful. It was a lucky find. No, I promise I wasn't ignoring you. Sometimes my Discord like doesn't unmute. I don't know what it is.
You just don't want to talk to me.
You got it.
Chat, you
The
heard
whole
it here,
reason I'm staying
folks.
with you is to ignore you publicly.
I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You're welcome.
Embarrassing you've been holding this back for so long.
Maybe I tried to tell you, but I was muted.
Oh! Well,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
happy I have therapy on Wednesday, chat. That's why you bought Bat Kid Begins on Prime Video, just to have access to it whenever, right? Until Amazon decides to take it off and then you no longer have access to it. But until that day, yes, I will spend $5 to $10. I will do it. Come on. I'm here to make money. And kick some ass. And I'm all out of ass. We still need a goddamn purple mushroom, too. I don't know if Shella went over to the secret woods today, but she knows that area better than I do, and I just get lost. So maybe she should keep doing that. I'm going to see where we're at like 9. I'm going to start going up to the community center at like 9. I really wanted to get the 25K bundle done first, and then we could do the other one so much easier. Also, Shella isn't selling. Shella's just been fishing, but she didn't sell. So maybe in the morning time, it'll be better. Fost? What? Fost what? Did I say Fost? Oh, right, if they do that because I paid for the movie. Right? I don't like this whole digital age now where you don't own anything. And I mean anything. It doesn't mean necessarily movies. It's movies. It's games. It's books. It's programs. You can't even buy Adobe anymore fully. It's a monthly or yearly fee to purchase it. Like, everything turned into a subscription model, and it's disgusting. Golden, thanks for the clip. Yeah, did y'all know that Sony was the baddie in this equation? Because I had no idea when all that stuff about Helldivers 2 came out. Expect a surge on purchasing physical media. Oh, I bet. I bet. Well, some certain physical media, there was already a surge in, depending on what you were looking for. Vinyls are more expensive, but I always attributed that to because of how they're made and the materials that go into making them. And then you'll have some issues. Sorry, I thought I saw a bug. Please hold. Guess we're good. You'll have some issues where, like, older video games, that stuff is really expensive. If you try and buy a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo 64, you can usually get a good price on the console, but the games are like 100 to 150 bucks. 2 times the amount which you'd get for a brand new game today. It's wild out there. Me too, Nicole. But I also feel like a lot of the damage has already been done, especially for the game on Steam. And then you realize that it wasn't the game, it was Sony, and that sucks. Because, like, what if this now just ruins the game for them? GameCube, yeah. I don't know what it is for PlayStation stuff or Xbox because in the past I've gotten older Nintendo products, so I know that the best. Like a few years ago, I ended up buying a brand new 3DS XL in this beautiful purple color. This was not a few years ago, I guess. This was like 2019, early 2020, right before Animal Crossing came out, and I wanted to play New Leaf again. But I didn't have a current DS. And that was still, I feel like that was still pretty expensive. That was like 300 maybe? Helldivers rappers down the drain because of Sony. Yeah. Absolute bastards. Well, yeah, because they couldn't change anything on their end. So they were probably like, yeah, let's get the community involved to make a change. And it did work. So hopefully because of that, I don't know. I've never made a Steam review. Like, can you go back and change your review from negative to positive? Is that a thing? Yeah, the refund movement too. Yeah. Because they were probably pissed about it. The Galaxy 3DS? Maybe? I think it was the 3DS XL. So it had the internet capabilities. It was this beautiful lilac color. Do I have it over here? No, it's on my bookshelf upstairs. I still have it. But it's gorgeous. Oh, there's Shella. Selling all this good stuff. Perfecto. El Pepe. Oh, God, we got a lot of silver. I want to make some more bars so we can start upgrading some of our other stuffs. Definitely work this time. Yeah. You have a Luigi's Mansion 1 and Zelda normal 3DS. So my first ever 3DS, or sorry, first ever DS was the pink one. Then I got the Mario Edition DS. Then my 3DS, was that the Animal Crossing New Leaf one? The one that's white with like the red, green, and yellow print all over it? Oh, that it's gorgeous. And like a freaking idiot, I sold it. So I didn't have a DS when I wanted to play more New Leaf before New Horizons.
Fishing come through.
Oh my God, we did so good. I was hoping we would have enough for the 25K vault and do the like little ones after that.
Mm-hmm.
You still some play? Yeah, it's good.
We do have enough.
We do. Wow, with 5K left over, perfect. Did you just? What?
Yes.
Why is there a skeleton in our home?
Well, I have a few skeletons in my closet, and I just decided to bring them out.
You know what? I'd rather you bring out your skeletons than you go back in the closet, so that's fair.
Yay! Spirits are in good humor today.
Oh! What's up, Biddy? Looks even better than I remember. Thanks, Evelyn. Exactly, Willie. I don't know if they can. I hope so. Miss Lexi, you're obsessed with Stardew Valley? Us too. We're very much still in our Stardew era. Oh! Garden pot. What did you call me? These pots are really handy. You can use them to grow crops of any season indoors. I'm so upset that Concerned Ape ended up nerfing the green tea saplings because I would normally use these with them and make them inside the house, but man, it's just not worth it anymore, really. They were such a good source of money. And now, not so much. Oh, you got one today too.
Yeah. Granny taught me how to make a pot.
Same.
This is good. We can start making coffee then.
Oh, yes. Was it just the wind? I was like, the heck is that? The heck are you? I'm putting that in here for now. I gotta run off and do the other garden. You have a bunch of pots in your upgraded house growing coffee. That's the ticket. That is the ticket. Coffee beans in the kitchen. We're definitely gonna have to do something like that then. Garden pot is quite an experience.
Violet,
Yes?
are you busy tonight?
Oh. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just wondering if you wanted to visit me in a dark place tonight.
I would love
It's
to.
something
I
wanna
mean,
show
I mean,
you.
I guess I have time. I guess I'm free.
Okay, come alone.
Okay.
Meet me at the mines at 10 p.m.
Yes, ma'am. Gay panic! What do you think she's gonna show me in the mines? What have I not seen in the mines that has happened yet? What do you think is happening? What do I wear? Chat, what do I wear? I need a new fit. I need a new fit for the mines. I gotta dress up. If this is a date, I gotta dress up. Another cat? Possibly. Listen!
Looks like we
That's
have
what I
some
would do.
plot vacancy here if we want to grow some things where those flowers were.
Oh, is there anything that grows under, what is it, 3 days? Wait,
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe not.
right? Yeah, okay.
Just kidding.
JK. I don't want Shella to see what I'm gonna change into, so I'm gonna grab my styling thing, which is not in there. Where'd it go? Where's our fashion sense? I don't want to tell her what I'm doing. Y'all, if you see our mirror, can you yell at me? Really would have thought it was down there. A veil with a pearl. Oh, can I? No, I just want her fashion sense mirror. In the sword chest? Did you see it? Why is it here? Thank you. Oh. What chest was this? God damn it. Seeds. Seeds. This was our seed chest. All right. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Everyone, shut your mouth. I don't need Shella to know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go inside.
Do we not have a single coffee bean?
I don't remember us having one.
Oh, that's depressing. Well, I put the pot down, so if we end up getting one.
I want something cute. Didn't I tell y'all to look away? Oh, we don't have any pants. We just have shirts. Oh, that's weird. Oh! Oh, that's lovely. And then maybe I'll change my hair underneath. It's almost too pastel, though. Oh. Shut up, the purple is so pretty. Okay, I like that, but I think I want like a blue shirt. Oh my god. Is this too much? I feel like I need like a contrasting color with this. I like the purple though. It's long. We don't listen to you. I don't even listen to myself. These are all like dark with different colors. Is that a tie? Am I wearing a tie? I'm sorry. Am I wearing a crop top? Done. Crop top it is. We're crop topping. We crop topping. As a bottom, this is really exciting. Oh, that's right. I can't put it in here. I think that's why Shella must have put it in a different area. Look at my hair from the back. She looks so cute. I think I might take my hat off. I feel like this is a fit. A fit that doesn't need a hat. Oh my god, she's so cute. Look at that. Would you look at that, chat? Too much is pretty much my brand. You know what? You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. We have put so much stuff in here that we don't have the room now. Can we do something with this double bed? Maybe not. I'll put this over on this side. Okay. I'm going to start making our way to the mines. I don't remember what time Shella told me to meet her, so I'm going to go there early. Welcome, Louise. How was the rest of your work? Oh. No. Damn, I thought we were going to need that. Why did we put it in the sword chest? I'm wondering... I think the only reason we did is because it was like another... Not a weapon. But where we could put weapon-like things because our initial chest was just full. 10 p.m. Date with Vi. Says date! Okay. Well, in the meantime, I guess I'll fish. Would you go on a date with somebody after they went fishing and they're kind of stinky? Would you? Lie to me, would you? Let's go! Oh my god, Shella's donating so much stuff. Where's she getting this stuff from? Yeah, not a first date. Doc, I said lie to me.
A lot of geodes.
You are the geode hunter. Oh,
true.
I've got some. Guess we'll go see Clunk tomorrow. Oh, did we ever do... Just realized. Did we not do the vault at the community center? No, right? No.
No, we haven't done that yet.
Okay, I'll make my way down and I'll do that.
Okay.
You're feeling spicy? The disrespect. Not lie to me. Yeah. I want everybody in here to lie to me. It was part of the channel rules when you agreed to join this stream. It's not. Might be. Maybe. Seriously, nobody's worried about this rat infestation that we have in here. Not the Junimo. But like the rats, the rodents. The rodent problem. Oh, we got a crystallarium. That's nice. Feel Snack, you're not a bot. It wasn't for modding. 96%! Everybody eat Winston! Winston, I hate to break it to you, but you're a snacrifice today. How do you feel about campfires? Because, you're gonna be slowly roasted over hours. Let's go, Riley! I'm so happy for you! Yes! Amazing! Did you make the appointment yet? Or it's basically like the approval? Found an ancient seed? Let's go, Simmer! Hell yeah! Chaotic, you are also not new. Why are y'all trying to lie to me? In this here Minecraft stream? I'm afraid to go into the mines without a weapon, but I also can't buy anything right now. Feel Snack, you're also not new! Guess we'll just wait in here. Vale, did you already start eating? Winston? How do I feel about that? You told us to. You told us to. Well, you said lie to you. Well, what if I regret that? Almighty! You're also not... I wanted you to lie to me in a way that would benefit me.
Can you leave for a second?
Oh. I didn't realize Shell already got there. I'm like, I didn't see her walk in. Can your avatar hide behind a wall? No. Why? Should I have?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready for our date.
Okay. You... What? Meet me on floor 100. Okay, I'll be right there. Chat, what is this? Hello?
Oh, hey.
Hi.
I just, I heard you're into, like, people sacrificing things to make things work for each other. So I thought I could do a little bit of a human sacrifice in this volcano.
You're gonna do what now?
Just Just watch. I know.
Okay.
I know you'll like it.
Okay.
It's just that I love you so much, and I want to prove it by throwing this child into the lava.
Did I download the Yandere Shella mod by mistake?
Did you see that?
It looked like you put him back in your pocket.
It didn't show up on your screen?
No.
So I just looked like a fool?
The note showed up on my
Rayquaza.
screen.
I released Rayquaza.
Oh, Rayquaza.
I look like an idiot.
No, you don't. You're holding up a giant pea pod right now. You want me to eat my vegetables? No, come back! No! Oh god, I went to the wrong place! Chad, help me! Yeah, no, I remember. I remember because we got the Terraria sword, but I wanted to pretend I didn't. Shella is dumb. Pass it on. Is lovely. Pass it on. Shella, no! Chat, how can I rectify this? How do I do? Do I have to? Here, I have to pee so bad. What if I go pee? Right. Hear me out. And I come back and we make a date for Shella. Someplace. Where can I put a sign? Maybe on the beach?
We just pretend like that never happened.
It was beautiful. The note sent me. I was cackling from the note.
Well, then if you get an ancient doll, just let me know.
Okay.
And you can throw it in the volcano.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm distraught. Oh, it's Spirits Eve tomorrow. Do we have costumes planned?
Ooh. No. Should we?
Oh. We could do a fun costume. I
Okay.
don't know if we have anything though.
There's ones with like ties and bow ties, but I think that's as far as I was able to look at. Baby, come back. All right, I'm gonna go hole up in the, what the heck is this called? Why do I keep forgetting the name of this? The garden place.
The greenhouse?
Greenhouse. And then I'm gonna take a quick break because I have to use the potty.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
Chat, don't do anything that I wouldn't do. I know where you could find one. Is that a euphemism? All right, everybody say hi to Shella while I'm gone. I'll be back in a few minutes. I love you. Hello, I am back. Greetings. Keep the suspense. I feel like Violet should tell her. Okay, you think I should tell her about the date? What are we doing? Where are we going? I am back.
Don't
oh my
come out.
god. What? Is Shella doing something? Y'all, how am I even watering right now?
Welcome back. You can come out now.
Okay. Well, I'm still watering, so I'm stuck in here, but I'll be out soon.
Okay. No rush.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Chat,
Nothing
what
at
did
all.
Shella do? Don't tell her. Okay. Thanks, pals. My god, it's so dark out. Fuck. I'm just gonna single water because I can't be bothered with anything else right now. No one tell more surprises. More surprises! I've had enough. Have I been up to the sewers yet? No. Meet me in the mines tonight, floor 100. Okay. I'm going back. God, Shella did a whole day without me. To the mines! I guess I didn't have to leave so soon. I'll fish. I'll fish before I get over there. We'll take off together. I think that girl loves you. You think so? Can roommates develop affections towards each other? Is that a thing? No, I don't even think... The sewers, I don't think that unlocks until the end of year 1, right? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? They were more than roommates, and they were roommates, and then some. It just dawned on me that we need a lot of money for Hallows Eve, because we have to buy the jack-o'-lantern for one of our bundles. We need the jack-o'-lantern and what else? Vault, bulletin board, enchanter's bundle. Oh, just the jack-o'-lantern. Okay. How much is that? Do we know? I assume we have enough money. Hi, Carrara! You too! Hope you're having the best day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Attached to the library? Oh, so it opens if we donate enough stuff for the museum or no? At least Shella does work. My friend forgot and went AFK for 45 minutes to cook food. I was stuck in the what you earned screen. Oh my god, I would have screamed. Oh no, my tackle worn out. I didn't even know I had a tackle. When I've played with friends, I will always tell them, hey, I'll be back.
Violet,
Yes.
did you miss?
No, I saw. I'm on my way.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming the long way because I want to do some
Alright.
fishing, so I was at the lake. I'm so sorry. I'm coming.
No, you're fine. I just got
I'm
a
so
little
late.
worried.
I'm so late. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Hello. Is this another
hey.
ritual sacrifice?
Yeah, I just, I really want to show how strong our roommate-ship
Right.
is. So I thought a human sacrifice would be the perfect way to prove our love to each other.
Okay. Woo!
See? I told you I wasn't crazy.
I got a pea pod.
Told you.
Oh my god. Okay, now we have to do the ritual incantation. Oh, oh my god, we do. Oh, rosebud, mother load, rud,
mother
load.
TV's not move objects
Just
on. Ka-ching.
Ding.
That was pretty good.
Will
And now we're
right.
I told you I wasn't crazy.
I believed you the first time.
Okay.
Mostly.
You thought I just threw a child into the volcano for no reason?
Well, yes. I don't know. Maybe you were having a bad day.
Yeah, that does sound like something I would do.
See?
Anyways.
I know all.
Thanks for coming on a second date with me.
You're so welcome. I hope there will be a third.
Well, is there another child we can throw in a volcano? Because
I'll find one. Don't you worry. All right.
Perfect.
Hi, Lilac. Oh, hello.
Oh, you just became me.
I did.
Wow. That's
Yes.
okay. I like that.
Okay, good. Oh my god, we sold a lot of eggplants last night.
Yeah. I grabbed a lot of them.
I think the best part of our co-op farm is what things can we get away with saying with Shella's
All right, tonight we have our
PG
Halloween
chat.
party.
Yay! Oh, we gotta dress up.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything cool.
I don't know where to put this. I'll just put it in here for now. Oh, Shella's using that. What should I dress up as, chat? We obviously have to do this first. Where the hell did I put the thing? Where is the thing that I had? Did I make room for it over here? Chat, where did I put the mirror? Oh, I didn't mean to take this. Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess it's mine now. Chat, where the hell did I put the mirror? Now I'm just carrying around bait. Bucket hat. Squire's helmet. All right, I'm gonna dress up as a knight. Ready? Ready? I'm ye old knight. Hello, my name is King Arthur.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you. Do we have 2 of those?
I think there might be a second one in there.
All right. I was thinking about putting that on.
Does she know the next step? I do. You have to drop that off at the wizards. We did this on stream ourselves. Was it last week, I think, for the first time, or the week before? But I had to follow a guide. I didn't find it myself. I just, heard about it. Oh, Shella? I don't know if Shella does. I'll ask her. Hi, Gumby. How are you doing? Miss Shella, do you know the next steps after we got those green gems?
No, and I suggest you
Okay.
ask for no spoilers because I actually haven't even gotten to it in my main game.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, no, because
No.
I already know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I tell you
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. A lot of I mean, we did! God. God. Petting all the animals. I don't think I got our other one on the side. My poor babies. Oh, we got some more ancient seeds up. Take her on a date. Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. Don't you worry about a thing. I need to craft a sign. You think I could just take this one? I took it. Where should we go on a date? To the beach? Go to the bathhouse. That's already up there, right? Yeah, we'll go to the bathhouse. Oh, that's amazing! Yes. No. Wait. Okay. Well, what's a better thing than the bathhouse? The bathhouse, we could replenish some energy. Beach? I was trying to figure it out myself. Get out of my way. Move, I am gay. What's up, Faneri? How you doing? Welcome. Oh, did she move everything outside? She must have. Oh, yeah, they're over here now. That makes way more sense than what we were doing before. Show her the next step with a pea pod? No, because she doesn't know anything about that yet, and I don't want to ruin the surprise for her. She hasn't even done it on her solo farm, so I want her to experience that by herself. Just in case. She may not be fond of that idea. Did you think I was watering the river this whole time? Pixie, how are you doing? Can I go into the bathhouse at 10? Is Shella here? Oh, wait, stay inside for a second. Go back in.
Okay.
Where do I put this? Chat, I can't leave just here. I have to run off first. Get me out of here. Get the cat away. Okay, you can come out.
Okay, coming. But we have Halloween tonight.
Oh, that's tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just kidding. Tomorrow night. Meet me at the bathhouse tomorrow night at 10 p.m.
Okay. I'll do it.
I didn't know that was tonight. I thought it was on the 28th.
Yeah, me too, but...
God, do I even play this game?
I don't.
I don't.
I've never played this game before. Do you have the fashion mirror, by the way?
I don't. I thought you might have had it.
Uh-oh.
It's definitely in one of our chests. It's not in the overflowing one that we used to keep it in, and it's not in the weapons chest, so I don't know where it might be. I know.
We seem to have misplaced the fashion mirror.
Chat, what did I do with it the last time? Where did I put it? Wasn't it with the weapons? Do you remember? Oh, chat says the shell chest. Try that one. Did I do that?
They always know everything?
I don't know. They have better memories than both of us combined.
They do.
I feel so weird
Thanks, chat.
standing next to Demetrius with my knight outfit on. Isn't that odd? Chat, isn't that odd? I put it somewhere. Where? My prison pocket? You have to do that to keep the water clean. No. Oh, I got a minnow. Oh, I got more geodes too. I'm gonna catch one more fish, then go back to the farm because I gotta put some stuff away. Really, the fish is so small. One more fish. We got a chub. Should I show Shella my chub? Don't answer that question. Moving on. Get out of the way. Minnows are tiny. Are they? You're so little. A small river fish. How you gonna swim being so tiny? How you gonna be that small? I mean, that would be a good day. It would be. For everybody involved. But the cat, I swear to God. Fishing. Oh God, that is full. I don't know what we've been doing with the bait. I'm gonna put the bait in here. That there. I don't know if we have a crystallarium yet. I'll put a diamond in there for the meantime. Is that how you get pregnant, Deloria? Please! Stop being so funny in my chat. Shall I cutting down trees right now? Everybody going in? Everybody having a good time? Okay, so we're good with the cheese. We need some more. Should I show Chella my chub? Moving on. Y'all are incorrigible. Do you know this? Are you fully aware? Good. All right, then if we want to upgrade this winter, how are we doing with iron? We could definitely make some more iron. I think I scared our cat. Nope, that's the wrong place. What time does the fall festival start? We do have some bombs. Oh, we do have some rubies, which will be great for the desert whenever we get over there. We only have 7 iridium ore. Yeah, I'd like to get our iron bars up to like 2025, and then we can start working on our gold bar stuff too. I'm sorry. Why? Shella, did you drop off a chub someplace? Because I walked over here and there was a chub.
Oh, I see you found my chub. How unfortunate that you found it and are holding it.
What does it mean? Was this a gift?
Yeah, some people call it a gift.
Yes, they do.
Depends on who you ask.
Don't tell chat that I just don't tell Shella I just sold her chub. Oh my god, I love your fit. Who are you supposed to be?
Chat said I look like a biker chick.
You do.
So that's who I am.
I love it.
Thank you. And you're my princess in shining armor.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not my princess in shining. You're just.
I could be.
Oh, I mean, and I could be your biker chick.
There's got to be a book that's about us.
Yeah, someone should write a book about us.
Oh, it's not ready yet? What time does it get ready? 10?
Probably 10.
Okay. FBI help! On it. Oh my god, thanks for the clips, y'all. Thank you so much. Hi, Jay! Like, were you neglected as a kid and chose to marry Alex Haley, or did you choose someone else? I say this all the time. You choose Shane, it's cheaper to go to therapy. Yay!
After you, milady.
Thank you.
Yippee!
Yay!
Okay, we need a jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
For the bundle, so I'm gonna buy when. Do you want to buy the rare crow too? Because I kind of do.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, got
Shane,
it.
come here. Pumpkin ale. You're a pumpkin ale.
Hello, everyone.
Clunch, shut up. I want to go see Sophia. She's really the only one I care about. Then everybody else is fine. Shall we do the maze, chat? Oh, I'm too scared. I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go up. I guess it's the right one. Whee! What up, Harvey? I'm surprised. Oh, you know what? I was about to say I'm surprised y'all didn't vote for Harvey, but I realized I didn't put him in there as an option for the yandere. So that'll be an option for us the next time.
Have you entered the maze?
I did, but I'm already stuck.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
I feel like I get stuck every single time. Oh, there you are.
In expanded, I feel like it's harder than normal.
It's gotta be. Oh, wait. No, there's definitely something over here, isn't there? This chest is fake! You've been bamboozled! Unbelievable. Oh, Shella got far more than I did. Which way did Shella go? Must have gone up the middle. I took a turn, maybe where I should have weaved and bobbed. Did you pass, Harvey?
I don't think so.
Oh. I think it is.
I did it!
How you do it? Chat, I'm stuck.
I can take you through the maze if you'd like, milady.
I would like that.
Alright, stay close behind. It's dangerous.
Okay.
I'll protect you.
Thank you. Oh. Oh.
I'll just make sure you don't get lost.
Okay.
You can keep going.
Oh. Assuming go down here, that's a question mark. Woo! There's something weird over there. You're weird. Oh, is this a dead end? Chat, is it always like this? Oh, I think I got lost or stuck.
I believe in you.
Yay! Whoa! That's a literal zombie. It was inaccurate? Was it? Ooh! Move! I did it!
Yeah. Proud of you.
We did it. I wish the Halloween maze was different in one player every year. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Let's go.
I think that's all we needed to do here.
Yay! We did it.
We did it.
It is different and expanded. Okay. Oh God, the amount of mail I have. Willie, shut up about your new rods. A pumpkin from you. Ooh. Okay. It's not a ton of stuff. I mean, I really could have easily gone into my bed over there, but like, why waste a perfectly good extra spot on Shella's mattress instead? You know what I'm saying? Chat, you understand? Welcome back, Yuki. I really should put away my underpants, but, you know, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered.
Another one?
I'm surprised. That was really fast.
We already have 2 owl statues.
I thought that they were not supposed to be
They're
as,
not.
like... What is with our luck?
I don't know. We got our first 2 in like the first week of the game though.
Unbelievable.
I also have the power to make quality fertilizer now.
Yay! I need to take this off first. Woo woo! I don't know if Shell's gonna remember that. Honestly, I might forget about it. So we'll make sure. Don't forget about our date today.
Oh, I could never.
Yeah. Yuki, ignore the bot. It doesn't know what it says. It doesn't know what it means. 3%! No, that's a good sign. The snack is a good sign. You don't want to be the sacrifice. We've sacrificed, I mean, eaten, I mean, too many campers. It's not always a good sign. What happened over here? Oh, I guess we don't need to set that up. But still, our poor babies. Hello, good morning. Oh, sorry. I forgot where your udders were for a minute. Does that ever happen to you, chat? You forget where your udders are? Oh, God. Okay, no, we did that. Good, good, good. So can you do anything with the golden pumpkin, or you can only sell it? Ramble. Oh, the owl statue is literally right out in front. That is hilarious. I'm gonna put those ones in. Thank you for the follows. Welcome on in, honey. Why? Out of all the places. You, Shella, come back. Look where the owl statue went this time.
Oh. Does it think it's a chicken?
It wishes. But I am gonna put it next to our chicken statue. Hi, blonde queenie. Hello. And then, oh, Shella's been making a chest for that stuff. Oh my God, I wasn't doing that. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put the eggs then away and the extra milk. Might as well do that. What's up? Chris, welcome on in. Golden pumpkin is also a universal loved item. Oh, it is. So maybe I should hang on to that for Sophia. Because, like, technically I'm supposed to be trying to date Sophia. But, like, also maybe the roommates will get married? Who knows at this rate? Everything's exciting. Oh my god, Chaos, congrats on the nat 20. Let's go. I missed it while I was doing our farming. Where is it? Hello? I got this for you. Enjoy, darling. Congrats, congrats. Conga rats, if you will. So yay, adult ingredients. You did phenomenal. You did so good. So good. So this is the last day. Do we have anything that we need to be concerned about for the winter time if I were to fill in our vault?
You mean like money-wise? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I would go for it, honestly.
Okay. Let's do it. Because we already got the greenhouse, so.
Yeah, I'm just checking the traveling cart really quick, but
Okay.
I doubt it will have anything we need.
Okay.
But
Got another
yes.
blackberry. Hi, Gisela.
Also, I talked to the raccoon and added what it wants to the list.
Oh, phenomenal. Was he friendly?
Yes.
So then we have 10,000.
Okay, yeah. You can buy whatever you
lightning
want.
rod.
It should be good.
Okay. 5,000. Did you make that quality fertilizer? Do we still have that quest open?
Yes, so I made the quality fertilizer. I just have to drop it off today, but we're headed over there tonight anyways, so.
Oh, phenomenal.
I hope you're okay with me lugging a bunch of poop.
I would love nothing more.
Yippee!
We completed it!
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was fast.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh man. And we still have a 4.6k left over. That was really good.
Nice.
Enough hay for the barn animals to get through the winter without grass. Good thinking. I think we're okay. But maybe I'll go around and do some of that today before our date. Yeah, we should have the heaters. Do we have heaters in the barn and the coop?
Yes, I checked, and it seems like Pashella did care about animals.
Wonderful.
Because I also had that same realization. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm going to try and gather some more hay for us today just to make sure we're okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
I think we'll be fine, chat, but you never know. You never know in this here game. Okay, do that. Do we got an upgrade, right? So we already have a kitchen? Yeah. I'm going to put the cake in the fridge. Could always hit up Marnie for hay. We could. But you know what? I like doing it ourselves. It's spicier that way. Did we set up an area for batteries? I'll put one just here for now, just so we have it. I don't think we've even made any. If I remember correctly. Oh my god, I am so cold right now, y'all. I gotta turn off my air condition, but let me get my scythe first. All right, give me a second. Woo! It is 68 degrees in my room. You would think that that would be really nice and chill, but it is chilly. Chilly. Ugh. I guess goose pimples. We have 2 or 3 silos, so we should be fine with me gathering a ton today. I'm trying not to hit the bluegrass as much as I can. So that will keep growing instead. Doesn't it still grow a little bit in the winter time or nah? 56? That's kind of chilly too. Yeah, we're gonna be up in like the 70s this week. High 70s. For today and tomorrow, and then it's gonna go back down to the 50s, 60s. It dies. But if I scythe it, does it turn into hay? What does it turn into? $68 year round. Oh. Oh yeah. I like it very hot outside. I'm okay with that. Inside, I like a little bit of air to circulate, but I also don't like being freezing. I have very complicated emotions on temperatures. Thought that changed in the update. Did it? I don't know, Jerry. How are you doing today, sweetheart? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. All right, I'm just going to do this little section, and I think we'll be good to go. I think Shella already finished the merchant. Oh, I need a pumpkin for Caroline. I don't think I'm going to be able to give it to her right now, but I could at least grab one so I have it. Do we have pumpkins? We do. I'm going to grab one. And where were we putting... Where are we putting the fiber? In this one? Yeah. Nice. Oh my god, we have a maple syrup we didn't take over either. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Already finished the salmonberry stuff too? Interesting. Goofing off before you head over? She probably is. Oh, weird because of your thyroid. Oh, do you? Stella just did the pumpkin with Caroline. Might have been too late for me. That's okay. I'll give Caroline the pumpkin tomorrow. I'll shove my gourd up her prison pocket. Don't y'all worry. I don't know if I'm supposed to be depositing it over here. Not Winter Star. Enchanters? No. Field research? No. Oh, it's gotta be on this side. Yay! We fulfilled it! Doo-doo-doo. The winter... What am I missing? What bundle am I missing right now? It said I needed maple syrup. We only have 2 left. What am I not seeing? It's not the Enchanters bundle. Winter Star bundle, no. Field Research bundle, no. Did that not go off? I swear to God, I saw that pulsate. That's why I came all the way over here. Well, shit. Now I gotta bust ass to try and get to the bathhouse. I'll give it to Shella as a gift. I'll tell her she's as sweet as maple syrup. See, it'll work out. It'll work out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. Y'all just hear a Junimo? Was that me?
Hello?
Oh, hi. Oh my god.
I was
oh my god,
waiting
you got
behind that tree for you.
You got dressed up?
I did.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just wanted to look good for you.
Before we go in, I have this gift for you.
Oh. Thanks. It's very Canadian of you.
Thank you. I just wanted to let you know you're as sweet as maple syrup.
Oh.
Thanks for the follows, y'all.
That was nice.
You're welcome.
Oh, what is that?
Woo!
Why do you look like that?
We've got 2 pieces on.
Sorry, you were just like a block of flesh for a moment. I did not
Was
mean to
I?
react that way. You were literally just a block of flesh. I'm so sorry for screaming.
I was like, oh my god, do you not like my swimsuit?
No, I don't know what happened. so sorry.
Chat, can you please clip Shella's sack of flesh of me? When I was a sack of flesh in front of Shella. Did it look like I was nude?
It looked like you were like a mannequin. It was horrifying. I hope chat clips it so you can see it.
Oh crap, I didn't get our fertilizer until now. I didn't realize I also get money from that. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at our eyes. We're so happy.
We are. We're very relaxed. Should we just pass out in here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably safe to pass out in a hot tub, right?
Yeah. I don't think that we would have to call the authorities.
Yeah. Probably
Too saucy. Bust ass, eat grass. I wouldn't be concerned about it. So is there anything we need to work on for tomorrow for the first day of the season?
I'm just gonna forage because we have the winter foraging bundle.
Okay.
And then the winter star bundle. We need plum pudding and stuffing. Or actually, we only need 2 of those things, so we could just get 5 holly and powder melon if that's easier. And then the nautilus shell. And then the last bundle is just the enchanter's bundle, which is wine and rabbit's foot, which I think we can make wine now.
Okay.
If we put grapes in the keg, and then we just need to get rabbits, so.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yep. We're almost done with the community center.
Yay! Why you look like that? Golden, thank you. I'm going to check that out on my end.
That was nice.
You're welcome.
Oh, what? Oh, that's concerning. Oh, we're both underwater. Why do you look? Oh. That was nice.
The bus!
We can do some Skull Caverns runs.
Yo, let's go! I hope we find so many holes.
I love holes.
Me too.
I always have to yell hole alone when I'm streaming by myself, but now I can yell hole
Now you can yell
you.
hole with me.
That's so romantic.
It's a dream come true.
It really is. I love sharing sharing holes. Good morning!
Good morning! I really should clean up my underwear. Anyway.
Well,
la 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 la, chat! I'm waiting for
Chat's
Shella.
telling me we could get a rabbit's foot from Skull Caverns.
Really?
So that, yeah, the serpents drop it. We unfortunately do not have any powder melon seeds, so
That might be a bit harder.
we're gonna have to try to find some powder melon seeds.
Reminds you of a traumatizing mod you saw on Nexus involving holes for Stardew Valley? For what? Oh, my underpants. Why is this a sword? Shella, did you remove my underpants sign?
No.
It's a sword now.
Oh, maybe I accidentally changed it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
I love your underpants. It wasn't on purpose.
Okay. Lust Do Valley? Okay, I don't think that's a mod that I will personally try. Personally. Alright, I think Shella's already all set over here. I need to water our goods in here. Are these ready? Oh my god, they're ready! Cranberries, woo! Cran and some berries. Can I make cranberry wine? Because it can be any wine, right? We don't necessarily need grapes, or does it need to be wine for the community center? How's that work? Enchanta's bundle. I think it is grapes. Oh, wait. I need to go back in and water. It'll make juice? Okay. So I need grapes. You clicked it, was traumatized, and ran. Well, I told y'all about the Skyrim mod that I found, right? It's like this Milk Maiden mod where it's like a new currency in the game by buying and selling milk of the human variety. It was very traumatizing for myself, too. Do not recommend. It came up on a YouTube video for me. I was like, why is YouTube showing me this? What are you saying, YouTube? Oh, our seeds are gone. I'll leave them there for the time being. Homeland. Homelander mod! Stop it! On! Yes, actually. Yes. Yes, now that... Yes. Yeah. It is a Homelander mod. Let me see if there's any grapes in here. Oh my god, there is. No, it's a blackberry. We need grape. I don't think we have a grape. I don't know why I was checking in there. Drop? No grape. Damn. Okay. I guess we can't do that. Well, let me sell this stuff. I don't know why I'm carrying the goddamn pumpkin around. Put you in there. Oh, no, I need to sell this to... I need to give this to Caroline. I thought it was the golden pumpkin. And what happened to my geodes? I should go see Clunt today. Chat, what happened to my geodes? Maybe Shella took them. Damn. Okay. That's fine. Another day without Clunt. Oh! Krobus! Krobus is here! I kind of forget how to do this. So he runs... Isn't it by, like, the playground and it's behind a bush? It's been so long. My boy. My boy, I missed you. It's somewhere over here, isn't it? Dad, do you know where I'm supposed to go? Right? Isn't he in like in a bush somewhere? Follow his little footprints. I've already missed them. Here? Are those his footprints?
Violet.
Yes.
Are you thick in this playthrough?
Oh, I found him. Thick?
Yeah, like have you read the Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Thick book in this playthrough?
Let me get back to you. I just caught Krobus in a bush.
Oh, okay, okay.
Magnifying glass. You now have the ability to find secret notes. Bye, Krobus. All right. Shella asked me if I'm thick. Chat, do we think I'm thick? I am thick right now.
Okay. No worries.
Are you thick?
Yes.
Wow. Double thicked up on a Monday.
We'd love to see it.
Do you think Shella already got all the trash cans? Oh, god damn it. If she gets the hat before I do, chat, it's over. It's all over for us. That was quite the snowstorm. All right, Victor. Okay, Caroline. Is she inside? Chat, where's Caroline? Caroline is literally over here. Look at their winter threads. Looking majestic. Cool. Scattered, take care. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow for more Stardew. I don't really have anything else to do. We didn't get our third level upgrades for our bags yet, huh? How much does it cost? How much is Pierre overcharging us? 10,000? I'm gonna buy it. Okay. I got the big bag upgrade, I'm gonna fish so we can get you it for tomorrow.
Oh, I actually have the big bag.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I didn't realize
Oh.
you didn't have it.
Oh, well, that's good. All right, never mind. We're good then.
Yippee!
Yay!
That's actually really good news.
Yeah, I was
Sorry, I didn't
looking and
realize
I
you
was like,
didn't have
wow,
it.
like, why did we wait until winter? I guess, okay. Yeah, we just forgot.
Yeah, we just forgot, I guess.
Lance asked you to have a baby.
Things happen.
Did you say yes? Did you say no? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, I also have a prize ticket. Prismatic jelly. Prismatic slime. Ectoplasm. I don't like either of these. Can I just pretend that they'll go away? Lewis, open up your home to me. Thank you. Ooh, I got 3 mystery boxes. That's delightful. It's still early. We can fish a little bit. You will have a tiny adventuring baby, as you should, as everyone should, in my humble opinion. Now's the time for us to check out the Nautilus shell, right? Or did we already fill that in? Winter foraging. Yeah, we still need the Nautilus shell. I'm pretty sure those are the ones that are dropped in the wintertime. But we gotta make sure. God, my fingers are tired from all the walking we've been doing today. God, why is my hand hurting? Oh, that's right. Because we usually teleport everywhere. Woo! My hands are tired. I honestly didn't know until this point he had footprints. I thought people were just knowers and they knew where the specific Krobus bush that he liked to hang behind. Like his little secret hideout. What up, Willie? Look at that yellow jacket on you. Hi, Muta. Mama Muta, hello. I was told if I'm to troll, it's about one specific thing. Legends of the Hidden Temple was very, very much anti-glasses. Literally, kids that passed round 1 with glasses eliminate. Right? Absolutely. I would not have survived as a little kid. While we're on the topic, Mama Muta, can we talk about that silver monkey, whatever it was called, in the actual temple? It was 3 pieces. I was yelling, screaming at my TV as a child for them to put it together correctly. Like, half the teams lost because they couldn't put together that goddamn monkey. If only had I gotten the chance. If only. Then I could have gone to space camp. That's why you're too bitter at the leads of Legends of the Hidden Temple, right? I didn't think it was that
like
hard.
The sign you left.
Oh. Brass monkey, the funky monkey. It's so true. It's so true. You think we can get to 10K just with fish tonight? Chell and I should probably make plans for the desert. That'll be fun. I don't know if we still need to do one of the other bundles. We still might need the coconut. Oh! Crocus and Holly. You got the whole bundle completed on the first day?
They call me Foraging Francine.
Wow, Francine, it's an honor to know you.
Yeah, it's a hard job, but I got it done.
I understand the 3D awareness isn't great. Right? No, exactly. And it's always water-based stuff, too. So, like, I don't know about anybody in here with glasses, but I didn't grow up with, like, prescription swimwear goggles. How could they do it? How? Yeah, in 2D time. What is this? Unbelievable. You did? Were they expensive? Did they work well? Or did they get fogged up as regular glass? This is so intriguing to me. I always wanted a pair. I pretty much knew I was going in the water and I was like, I just wasn't able to see very well. Enough that I wouldn't drown, but stuff was blurry. They were horrendous. Oh, God, yeah. Back in my day, I used to have, like, those bottle glasses, the thick ones, but now I get my lenses shaved down. Astigmatism is fun. Yep. Mama Muta, I like you. You're welcome here anytime, darling. Hope you're having a lovely day. You think Shella's already in bed? All right. Oh my god, Shella's outfit is so cute. Is mine terrible? I want her to sleep on the side with the underwear. 200 a pair back then too, and that was after insurance, right? Mine are horrendous now, but better than they used to be. Mine used to be like 600, and that was with insurance. But now with insurance, AAA, and I wait for sales, I can usually get away with 250, which for me is cheap. Cheap. I remember going on vacation with my friend Michelle. She brought like 8 pairs of glasses with her. I'm like, okay, money bags. She goes, no, I got these off of one of those cheap websites, but they don't work well if you have astigmatism. They don't bend the glass the correct way. So all of her glasses she was getting for like $10 a pop. I think she paid under 100 for like 6 or 8 pairs. God, I would love that. Just to have different options all the time. I feel bougie if I have 2 options. You go through Zenny. I wish I could use that. What happened? Did you crawl in on my side?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't be.
250 G.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's what you use too, Jerry. Do you like it? Wahoo! Okay, I'm running to the greenhouse again, and I'm really going fast to the bathroom because my bladder is overwhelming today.
I believe in you. Don't rush yourself.
Okay. Chat.
Be with peace, my friend.
Okay, I'll even wash my hands.
Okay.
Okay. You like it? Yeah, they just never worked for me. I always thought it was an issue with me and my pupillary distance and not measuring that correctly. But they worked fine for Papa Violet. I was the issue. All right, everybody go say hi to Shella, ! Shella. While I'm gone, I will be back in a few minutes. Hello, we are back. Now, sometimes when I'm trying to pee really fast, I can't come up with a question idea, so I don't ask one. I hope that y'all ask and maybe answer your own questions like, what's the weather out today? Or, have I eaten? Have I watered myself? Have I watered my plants? Have I watered my flesh shell? Those sorts of things. Yeah. What's a game coming out that y'all are super excited for? Multiple, but none of them have release dates right now. Like, obviously, Haunted Chocolatier. Moonlight Peaks, I'm really excited for. That's our vampire farming sim. Oh, come on. I don't know why I keep missing some of these. So, like, there's a lot that I'm excited for, but no release dates. Maybe another Animal Crossing in 5 to 7 years from now. You know, oh my god, it's snowing. This is pretty. This is so cute. What else can we do today? I should let Shella know that I'm back. Hello, I have returned.
Welcome back.
What are you up to? Where are you?
Oh, I'm just in the Skull Cavern.
By yourself?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just got the urge to mine, and then I realized that I don't have upgraded tools, and I don't have the Galaxy Sword, and I don't have bombs.
Oh, yeah.
So
well,
I'm
we
just...
can go back tomorrow. I'll take
Yeah.
stuff. I'll take half of the stuff with me today.
And it's just, you know...
We also need...
We have the elevator, so I just kind of want to see if I
let
can
me
get 5
go.
levels. That'd be impressive to me,
Okay, cool.
personally.
Wait, we have an elevator? Is that a mod?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
We don't have to use it if you are morally against that.
No,
but...
are you kidding me? Absolutely, we're using it.
Okay.
Clint?
Cool.
Clint? Don't. No!
In my main save?
No!
Oh! In my main save, I got
good,
to
my
level
axe.
100 without it, and then I was like, I deserve this.
Did y'all know that I had this? You absolutely did deserve that. Did y'all know I didn't freaking pick that up from him? Oh, more coffee. Good. More coffee! Oh my god, I got 10 coffees now. Let's go. Yeah, I gotta prepare for tomorrow. I need a weapon. What else do I need? I need some more food. I played the Moonlight Peaks demo. The 2 demos that came out, and I think a 3rd is coming out or is already out. But I haven't played that one yet. Though I am excited for it. Very excited for it. I want to make sure I'm all cleared out here. Okay. I'm not going to need the fishing rod. Silver saber, is that all that we've got for weapons? Level 5? Ugh, I don't know if I like the bone sword. Well, I guess I'll take that. Okay. Is there a reason why we kept this rare disc, y'all? Also, can I sell some of these things? I'm gonna try and sell them. Where did the cat jump? Okay, so I can definitely sell those. And I need bombs. So I'll take 2 cherry bombs, 5 regular bombs. And then we will go up to the Adventurers Guild and try and sell the other stuff. Is your Twitch back, Moonwitch? Hi, Shadow! How's your Monday? Oh! We got a little bit of holly.
Shut up.
What did you get?
Oh my god, I'm gonna bring home something that you're gonna be so excited about.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
I'll be home soon. I'm in the trenches.
Okay. I'm heading off to the Adventurers Guild to sell some things that we had in our chest.
Okay.
I feel like I don't have enough food for us for tomorrow. I feel like that's not going to get me through. I think Shella did have a cheese chest, though, so maybe I'll check that out. Maybe she's just been hoarding cheese in there. I hope so. All right. Okay, so that's the one I'm keeping. I'm selling these and selling the rings. Perfect. I'll probably double Yeah, I mean, I'm already by the mines. Honestly, with the way that this is set up, I should just go to the mines, use the mine carts, instead of just constantly walking back and forth there. No, I always press town. I never do bus stop. You think you're back now? Welcome back. Twitch was frozen for a bit. You think it was on your end, or you think it was Twitch? Oh, let me... Ugh! I accidentally tabbed out completely. Okay, so these I'm selling, obviously. I'm gonna put my food here. Put the
I'm
explosives
on my way
there.
home.
I can't wait to see what you've got for us.
I like spoke it into existence. I'm gonna definitely make a clip out of it because it was iconic, really.
You manifested.
I literally did.
Let's
I was
go!
like, what if I get this? And then I did. Okay, I'm home.
Oh god, there's a lot of cheese. Okay, wait, I'm coming.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Oh, shut up!
I know.
Is that
there
a
was
dino egg?
dinosaur.
Oh
Yeah,
my
on 410.
god! Let's go! Incubate that baby.
410. I couldn't believe it. And I was
Phenomenal.
like, what if it drops a dinosaur egg? And then it did.
Phenomenal.
Oh, and I got powder melon seeds too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff today.
Oh god, no, we're not eating these.
So, yay!
Okay, good. I'm so
We're
excited.
gonna have a little dinosaur, and with this mod, it could be any color of the rainbow.
Any color?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
got a purple one
manifesting
in my main
purple.
save.
I'm manifesting
Yeah.
purple for us. Could it be pink too,
Okay.
or no?
I don't know. I could look at the mod really quick.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Y'all, we're gonna have
Wait,
a dino.
wait, do we?
What do you,
I don't know
what do
if
you
I
think we
turned
should
that on
name it?
yet. Hold on.
Chat, what should we name it? The
Oh,
plot
and I got
spell out
16
Rue?
starfruit seeds. Do you want to plant these while I look at the mod?
Yeah, I'll plant them.
Oh, you got them? Okay. Let me look really quick.
It's running away from me.
Mod options.
16. Oh crap, I don't have my watering can over here. Oh
Okay,
god.
yeah.
1, 2.
There's not a
3,
pink dino.
4.
The options are green, light blue, dark blue, iridium,
8.
red, orange, gray, white, or void. So, no
Those
pink,
are all
I'm
pretty
sorry.
good colors though.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Y'all, I gotta double back around and get my watering can. Honestly, I should just put a chest over here with my watering can in it. But then when the spring starts, I will forget. I do be a forgetter. It do be that ADHD. Terrible to us. Terrible. Jealous stream was all frozen too. It might have been a Twitch issue, yeah. I'm just watering, then I'll be to bed.
Take all the time you need.
Look at her hopping. You think the light blue fits our vibes too? You think so? What type of light blue is it? Is it like a sky blue or like a pastel? Barney? Shella's on her farm is named Barney, but I could definitely use Barney again. I personally think that is absolutely hilarious. And I don't care who knows it. All right, while I'm here, I still have a little bit of time. Okay, just in case Shella needs mayo for tomorrow. I'm not going to bother picking up the cheese. All right, off to bed. Let's go. There's so much to prepare for. I saw you staring at me. Little foot!
Oh, I thought my
God,
eyes
that's
were
so
closed.
cute. Maybe on your end they were. Yours were like wide open watching me.
Oh, I was waiting for you.
Yeah, Littlefoot.
Good morning.
Good morning. Littlefoot is so cute. Why did I even put my watering can away? A fool I am. I have to use it again.
Do you want to do a run today since the spirits are in good humor?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'll
Do it
start on
is.
floor 1 with you.
Okay. You said you just got to 5, right?
I actually found a hole and got to 10.
You
But-
lucky duck.
but I don't think the elevator unlocks. It's like per person, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I'll start on floor 1 with you.
Y'all are coming up with the cutest names. Stop it right now. Okay, that's good. And I still need my watering can. Unless Shella's gonna go over there. Oh no, I have it. Duh. What's the earliest you can go to the desert? Because you can go really early if you have a totem, right? The Waddlefoots, right? Little babies. I helped.
You did it!
Oh my god, you
Yay!
could fill it up in here this whole time and I never knew.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Almost 1,000 hours in this game and I just found that out.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Dear God.
It's okay. You learn something new every day.
I do. Against my will, but I do.
All right, shall we go to the
Yeah, I'm all set.
desert?
Let's go.
We have 7 bombs, so I'll just bring those.
Okay. Yeah, I have 2 small ones and 5 regular ones with me as well.
Okay. Yippee!
You're a huge bird nerd? Yeah? I was like, where are you going?
I started reading chat like a
Oh.
fool. Oh, we have to wait for Pam.
Oh. Pam, knees to chest, woman.
Hurry up, Pam!
We're out here in the freezing temperatures.
Yeah, and our crop tops and short sleeves by choice.
Yeah, by choice. I love that our pants are pretty much the same color.
The faded denim.
If the snow bothers you, you can turn down the
Love to see
transparency.
it.
Can you? It doesn't bother me too much.
I forgot that I can
I'm
shift
okay.
1 and actually change those things if I actually wanted to.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could change my favorite thing, but I don't want to change it from fictional men.
Yeah, mine is women.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can change things about yourself anytime if you want.
Beautiful. See, just like
Let's
IRL
go.
chat. Pam, this is unacceptable. Get in her way! To the desert! Yay, yay. This is so pretty in Stardew Valley Expanded. Oh my god.
Isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
It's down this way.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should have known. It would be weird. Yep,
This
real
way.
women and fictional men. That's what I'm saying.
I hope we get a shark today.
Excuse me?
A shark
Okay. Me too.
of the prismatic variety.
Ah, yes, yes. Hi, TK man. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Right. Let's do this thing. Oh, ladder.
Oh my god, so fast. Ladder.
Oh, nice.
Luck is on our side today.
Yeah, they
Right.
are in really good humor, so. Oh!
Oh!
Will you share this hole with me?
I would love to share this hole with you. Let's dive
Let's
in.
do it. Ow, my ankles.
Ow, my butt.
Good thing you got Jack B. Thick, am I right?
Thank God.
Oh my god, please die. I'm gonna bomb this.
Ugh. Oh my god, hole! Free hole!
Free hole! Oh my god, quick, get in the hole. I'll hold them off.
You hold them off?
Yep, 11 levels, god! Okay, I need to eat something.
Okay, I do too.
I mean, drink mayonnaise.
I'm drinking duck mayonnaise for the first time. Delicious. Welcome on in, TK man. You and us both. Oh my god, ladder.
Oh, Violet, if you want to tell your chat, there's a Stardew sticker giveaway going on in my chat right now.
Chat, get in Shella's stream. Stardew
Iridium
sticker
sprinkler!
giveaway. Let's go! Oh, I got a crystallarium. Gosh darn it.
That's still good. Thank you, Sari, for doing the giveaway.
Sari, you're
If you want
amazing.
Stardew stickers, feel free. Oh, ladder. Dang.
Oh my god, we're going so fast.
This is a big bomb area right here. I'm gonna bomb like the center of this, I think. Oh, just kidding. Ladder.
All right, that little heck can get away.
We're already further than I got. Honestly, we're on level 24. We're about to finish Mr. Key's quest. I got a letter in the mail yesterday for him.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. You'll get it tonight.
I should check my mailbox.
No, because I went to the caves yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So you'll get it tonight, and then we'll have an elevator to 25, so.
Oh, sick, okay.
Yeah.
Meal snack, take care! Hope therapy is good. I have that on Wednesday this week. Woo! Ladder!
Ah, on my way. We did it!
We did it! Mushroom!
Ooh. Quite
Ooh.
explosive.
You find the ladder yet? No.
No. I don't like this
Hole!
sword.
Come up top for the hole.
Okay, hole.
5 levels. Oh,
Nice.
big monsters! Big monsters!
Oh. And some iridium. Can I even get this? Oh,
What?
it's a crab.
Oh my god, y'all, I'm gonna die.
Don't die, Violet. Whatever you do. Wait, I'm gonna die.
Chad, help me! I need to spend money on a better sword. You okay?
Help. Chugging mayonnaise for my life right now, like... I cannot stop me. You died?
I died!
Violet!
No!
No!
Who found me unconscious if you're still there?
Huh?
He charged me 1,000 gold!
No!
Oh my god, and I
missed
lost
you
an
already.
Omni Geode.
You can go buy it back.
Okay. Did you just die? That was
No.
like a cutout scream. What happened?
No, I'm fine.
I think that Shell is struggling right now, and because understandably so. Same. Hi, Lux. How's it going? All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I need a better sword. I've got a level 5 sword. Ain't no way. I'm gonna see if I can
I
buy
lived.
a sword at the Adventurers Guild because we have money. Yay! Tempe, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, party people. Hi, Mork. Hi, Salty Cookies. Hi, Jess. Hi, Daisy. Welcome on in. Mork, thank you so much for 8 months. Welcome on back. How are you doing, sweethearts? Thank you for the sub, love, and support. Hi, Lib. Y'all, if you're new here, hey, hi, hello. My name is Violet. We love cozy variety games over here on Twitch. Currently hyperfixated on Stardew Valley, so if you like that sort of thing, hit that follow button. We'd love to have you back.
Oh,
We're hanging out with my wonderful friend Shella today.
I chugged half my mayonnaise.
IRL or in game? Hi,
I don't know
Neko.
anymore.
Hi, Cozy Chaos. Hello.
I got an iridium sprinkler from that run though, from the chest.
Oh,
so that's pretty
nice.
exciting.
Very nice.
So we can set up one corner of our greenhouse.
Awesome. Tempe, how is Palea for you today? Did you have
And
fun?
I got a single iridium ore, not to brag. Did you get
Wow.
anything exciting?
I got a mushroom, I got a geode, and I got a slime.
That is really good work.
I can't get anything better than a bone sword. Oh my god, chat, we don't have the money. Awful
Proud of you.
here. Hey, thanks. Thank you for the lurks, friends.
I'm sorry you
You caught
died
the
though.
unicorn fish. Oh my god, I'm so
That
jealous.
was scary.
How many
We
tries
really need better
did that
swords.
take? We really do. I went over to the Adventurers Guild to see if we could upgrade, and we're poor.
Yeah.
The next
Our
one
best
is
bet
7.
getting
A 9,
shard.
sorry. Yeah, a shard. You're right. You're so right.
We need a shard. You
Oh, you're
guys.
so right. You know, our cat keeps constantly getting in the way.
I can move his watering bowl if you want.
Oh, no, I just want to complain about it. It brings me
Okay.
joy.
I like to think of it as chat, like, trolling us.
Right?
So, thanks a lot, chat.
Move! Oh, my God. Now I have to go the long way around, chat. We're broke bitches. Two broke bitches. Wasn't that the show? Two broke bitch. I don't think it was two broke bitches. Two broke girls? Two broke. Listen. Too broke to handle. That was the show. Right? I'm giving up. 350 worms. Really? Two broke girls. Oh, same thing. Very, very close. Except for not at all. Except for not at all. All right, I'm putting the other crystallarium up there. How did Shella just walk through? Oh, I guess I did it too. Hi, sweet Daisy! Oh, Sunset Daisy. Excuse me. Hi, Sunset Daisy. Nice to meet you. Haley, Roblox, Sims 4, and Animal Crossing. You are among friends here. That's a bunch of our favorite games, too. Nice to meet you, Daisy. Welcome on in. It's definitely a show, too. The one with Cat... I love her. I love her. Why am I taking my mushroom to bed? Let me sell this first. Yeah, those are some of the games that we've been playing recently. So y'all kind of know our vibes. I would honestly say they're mostly farming sims, cozy games, and simulators has been our bread and butter lately. This Thursday, we're going to try out Little Kitty Big City for the first time. And I played the demo last year, or was it earlier this year? We had a riot. I think it's going to be a really fun game. Kat Denning's an entire queen. That's what I'm saying. She's beautimous. Nobody look at the underpants that I haven't been putting away, all right? What's the floor used for? Laundry, obviously.
Oh, the spirits are very happy again today.
Oh, should we go back, or what should we do?
You should check your mail first.
You're right, you're right.
And then we could go back if you want.
Okay.
I got 10,000 gold for completing the key quest.
Oh, damn, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I get 10k, then we can buy a sword if we don't find a shart.
That is true.
Please, Tempe, go, go, go. Thank you so much. Can we have another shout out in the chat for Tempe Tulip? Seriously, sweetheart, thanks for sharing your friends on over here with us. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Hi, Phoenix! Mental basket case, girl gamer, lover of cozy games. We would love to have you, darling. Nice to meet you. Welcome on in. Oh, a squid? Why does Willie want a squid from me? Oh, Marlon, thank you. Okay, yep. Awesome. Oh. What? What? So apparently, because we already hit that, it like auto-filled in, but I didn't get money from it.
Are you sure you don't have a quest right now?
No, like I got the quest. I accepted it in my mail, but it instant filled because we already hit that.
Oh, maybe you'll get the money tomorrow.
Maybe.
Because I got it today.
Ah, okay, okay. That was silly.
Do we have to take care of the animals?
Maybe I should go. Oh yeah, I didn't do that yet.
Okay.
I'll do the cows if you do the chicks.
All right.
Big
Deal.
titty. Oh my god, Bear Witch, please.
I'm officially giving up mayo, by the way, and taking on golden cheese for my sustenance.
It had to happen sooner or later.
It's time. I was chugging for my life and it wasn't enough.
Dairy Queen is no. Oh my god, Dairy Queen's very mad at us. What did we do to poor Dairy Queen, y'all? Poor Dairy Queen. Are you banning me? Are you banning the streamer? What did I do? KBM Wifey, welcome on in. Hello, hello. You just moved? You're still getting out of boxes? I love that, though. Something to keep you nice and entertained. They make you feel good, too, at the end of the day. Now I'm not drinking this large milk.
I'm ready when you are, milady.
All right, hold on. I still need to get some items in order.
Okay.
What am I
Pam's
doing?
not even here yet, so.
Is this? Oh, Chella moved the cheese chest. I was wondering. I'll keep the geode with me. I might as well. Okay, I've got food, and then we need explosives, of which I no longer have. All right, good. On my way. Is isn't Lent around wintertime? Technically, it could be.
Perfect.
True. I guess
Since
it
we
depends
have an
on
iridium sprinkler, I might
Easter,
buy
right?
24 starfruit seeds.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah. So that way we can just
Pam, get out of my
put it in there
way.
and forget about it.
Good. There's something in winter, though. Okay. Shows you
Back
how
to
much
the
I know
mines
about
with
this stuff now.
Crappy sword.
We'll be able to buy a new one tonight.
I hope so. Well, I mean, I did just spend all our money, so.
Oh. Well, we
On
just
the
need...
seeds.
That's true. Well,
What if we get a shard?
what if we
You
get a
never know.
shard? You never
What if
know.
we get
We could manifest it.
to say? Yeah, we just have to say it, right?
Yeah. So
Right,
what's the floor
elevator.
that you got to? 30?
Yeah. Elevator to
Oh,
30.
sick.
Here we go. Ow.
I feel like I'm not even helping. Oh, I've helped.
I see eel. You did. You helped.
Not to brag, but I just got 3 iridium ore for us. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's actually huge.
Big if true, chat. Your mileage may vary.
Oh!
Oh!
Whoa! 7 levels.
7 levels.
Woo.
Nice. I'm so terrible at this, y'all.
Ladder.
Oh my god. Whoop! That was almost a jump scare.
Yeah.
Frozen deer! Chad, are you impressed by how many holes we found today? God, amazing. Hey, get away from me. You suckers. Thanks for all the follows. Carol, thank you for the raid! How are you doing, honey? How was your stream? What were y'all getting up to? Stardew, let's go! What year are you in? What are you
There's a
doing?
ladder. Oh,
Oh,
and
there's
a hole! And a hole!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Hole!
8 levels. Jeez.
Sunhaven, not recently. But that's
Wait,
what
I
we
just
first
hit
started
leave the
playing
mine.
together.
I'm an idiot. What level are you
Oh my
on?
god, come back. Oh my god, wait, I'm gonna die. I'm on level 47.
Okay, I'm on 45.
Oh
I
no!
tried to eat some cheese in it. I thought
I'm
it was...
lonely!
Okay, I'll get to you in a couple seconds.
Oh
I'm
no!
only 2 levels behind you.
Ah! No! All the things are coming after me! Ah!
Just leave, just leave.
I'm leaving!
And then come back down to 45.
Okay. Bear Witch, take care! Oh god, I
Oopsies.
did that wrong. Oh my god. What was that about finding holes? We love finding holes in Stardew
I've done
Valley.
that before
to be clear.
without the elevator mod, and it made me want to scream.
That was so scary.
I'm sorry.
Winter year 3, nice. You been having fun with it, yeah? My solo save, we're still in year 1. I think it's because we were playing a lot of Palia too. So we didn't have as much stream time as other people. Oh, maybe tomorrow we'll hit it. But don't forget,
There's
we're
a
doing our
ladder down
mod
here.
showcase tomorrow too for the Yandere Haley mod. On my way. Oh, let me pick up some coal. You've been also doing like fun stuff with the game and playing fun games. That's very true. And plus, it's not as if I'm not playing another Stardew Valley. Like when we do our Magical Mondays, this is a different, you know. We're doing something different here too. Get away! Unhand my woman! Oh! I think I leveled up my weaponry. Good.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay, well, I guess, okay,
I
good.
bombed you. I'm sorry.
It's all good. We do love holes
I guess
in
I
here.
could have
Yeah.
told you to move.
It's fine.
That would have been the... Oh, there's a ladder here.
Aurora, why do you bring up Sunhaven? You got back into it? I know a lot of people have. A lot of people have. And I'm so excited for them. Because I think for Steam's Farming Fest, wasn't it on sale? Or am I making that up?
I'm killing him. I'm killing him.
Ooh. Ugh. Run to the side. Run away. Woo! Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Whoa. Oh my god, stop hitting me. Ladder. I need cheese. Stat. Who's on sale? They have a big update coming. Do they? Do we know when? I gotta tell Miss Shella Shellerson. Oh!
Oh, I'm muted. I screamed hold,
Oh,
but
I
not
was like-
muted.
It's like, wow, I guess
You
we're
didn't
not.
hear me.
I guess we're not enthusiastic about the holes that we find anymore.
Alright, I'm bombing.
Nice.
Iridium.
Nice.
Ah! Stay away from her!
Oh, did you get a note?
I did. Oh,
Is it from a secret admirer? Oh.
No. I wish it was from a secret admirer named... Never mind. Okay,
Damn, where is this?
I hate it here.
Yeah, we're protecting each other. Do you like that, kitty? Oh, we had been doing so well.
Yeah.
Oh, hole!
Ow!
6 levels.
Uh-oh,
Never
there's an
mind is a
iridium
weird
bat.
name. An iridium bat? Is that new?
No, they just hurt.
Oh.
And drop iridium.
Oh.
Owie! Owie!
I really need to help Shella right now. Oh.
Mean.
Do you think that's what golfers scream when they get hole-in-ones? Like, hole! No? Maybe? No? Ow. Hi, button girl. Unhand my woman. I love how Shella's doing all the hard work and I'm just cleaning up. Get out of here. Oh. I just tried to hoe Shella. Wahoo!
Oh, it's about time. Alright,
Oh god.
Yay!
Yay! Right? Absolute cowards. Ya hate to see it. We got a baddie over there. Usually at the end of these... Oh god. Ooh. Staircase. Run. Ooh, nice. Some iridium. Right off the bat. I hope we hit floor 69. God, it is getting late, though. Whoa! Hey! Hey, I'm walking here! Please don't have me die again. Please, I'm too young! There we go. Good.
Run. Darner.
Oh.
Yay!
That didn't take that much damage.
Yeah, they don't do that much. I'm just gonna blow
Purple
this up.
mushroom! Did we find one of these yet for the community center?
Yes. But still,
Oh.
purple mushroom.
Ah!
Oh, be careful.
Ah!
Leave her alone.
Leave me alone!
She's just a baby.
I am.
Getting a lot of iridium.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn. Chat, this is too good today. I swear to God, if another one of you flying Billahula Haze comes over. See if I can find the staircase for us. Because it looks like they're not. They just want to play. We're not in the mood for fun and games. Oh, staircase at the bottom.
Oh, I just got one too.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna bomb this.
Okay.
I think it'll hit us.
Yep.
Whoops.
I'm going to bomb this up here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Violet, it's It's getting late. Are we just gonna pass out here? We can if you want.
There was a staircase up there. Oh no, we're on 65. Go, go, go.
I'm stuck. Okay, let's leave. Pretty good progress today. Like,
We
what
did
were we on last time?
excellent.
30?
Yeah. We doubled
we
that
doubled.
tonight.
Yeah, doubled it.
We're professional gamers.
Pretty much. I mean, I am an award-winning Stardew Valley speedrunner.
I know.
So, you know, try not to flex that too often, but
You should.
yeah, I really should.
Guinness Book of
You
World
know.
Records holder.
Yeah, definitely.
Pro gamers.
Just don't look me up. It's not even worth it because, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, like, you just, you know, not worth your time.
How many
I'm
more
just going to
days did
bed.
you want to play? I wasn't sure how
I'm
long you could
down.
hang tonight.
I mean, I'm available, but if you want to end now, we can, or we can do like one more.
Let's do one more.
Okay. Level 7 mining.
Fantastic. We got to make
And
this
level
the
7
best day
combat.
yet because it's our final day together until
Yeah.
June.
Well, unless we can find a day that works, I still have to.
Okay.
There's still some things in my schedule that are
Up in the air. Yeah,
unconfirmed
I
at the
know.
moment. So
I know.
I'm just
Did you
waiting.
hear back?
Let me look at my email.
Okay.
I don't have an email.
I'm gonna banshee screech.
Yeah, because it's like it's you, and then I have another friend also, and you have heard back, and neither of us have. So I'm like,
That's what I thought. Y'all should email.
I'm like, huh.
Email tomorrow. There's plenty of time for you. Email tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's what I
not
figured.
rude, you know? Like, if you're like, oh, hey, I just want to check back in. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it.
That's the plan.
Okay.
I'll be brave.
Be brave.
I'm so brave.
Oh, did we still need more powder melon seeds? Because I actually got some.
I mean, you might as well plant it.
Okay, were you putting those in, obviously, oh my god, I screwed this up.
I just put them in the sprinkler area of our farm.
Oh, those can grow in the wintertime? Oh,
Yeah,
it
they're
does.
winter.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember what icon that we had here, chat. Just don't tell Shella. Oh my god. Plant them? Okay. I will do it. I'm gonna sell the mushroom. You gotta go fact check this? No, don't. Oh my god, no. Those are not ready yet. Okay. Chat, thanks for staying out of the way this time. I need to show my partner Shella's speedrun VOD. Their mind is blown by what I've described. Because it was wild. I was on the edge of my seat with them, and I think it's because as a team, they all worked really well together. Especially in, like, oh, honey. In regards to, I don't think she put it there. In regards to being very vocal, which was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. Absolutely a highlight was watching them. Yay! Good, I'll sell that one too. Shell's got the watering down. Damn it. I don't know what we should do today, y'all. Probably go back? Part of me also wants to make some money. God damn it, what do we do? I'll take that just in case. I don't know what Shella's plan is for today either. Nor where we're putting our... Oh, crap, our row is going in there. Okay. I knew that. Oh my god, we didn't water chat. Chat, your bowl is empty. I'm surprised it can keep water in the winter time. Are we sure? Are we positive? All right, what's everybody having for dinner tonight? Kip is still unwell. I'm thinking about ordering a pizza. I haven't had a pizza. for like a week and a half. I'm so proud of myself. But I think I want my favorite pizza place tonight, which is kind of on the expensive side. But I think I'm going to treat myself. I think we're going to do it. Good pasta? Delicious. Yummy. They're okay. We think it might be a sinus infection. So we're going to let it play out. And if they don't get better in a few days, we'll go to urgent care. Honestly, it's so weird to me because I used to get sick at least once or twice a year with sinus infections prior to COVID. And all I would get prescribed was like a Z-Pack and they just send me home. But apparently, Z-Packs are not good for sinus infections. So I'm like, well, how did I get better? Placebo effect? I don't know. Cook, but if they don't, you're ordering. What are you going to order? Or where will you cook? Ooh, leftover brats. Let's go. Stuffed peppers. Delicious. How do you make your stuffed peppers? Because I've been wanting to make some again. And I feel like mine is very plain. We do white rice, either ketchup or tomato sauce, some veggies in the rice, and then ground beef or ground turkey. And then we put some extra like tomato sauce on the top to make it a little crispy. Then cheese on the top. And then obviously, you know, peppers. I prefer the sweeter peppers, so I like the red or the orange or yellow peppers. I don't really like green peppers anymore. Aren't they so good? Stouffer's has a really great green stuffed pepper that Papa Violet used to love a lot. He loved them. He loved them. So it's nice if you want peppers, but you can't cook them. Or maybe you're just one person. You don't want to cook for, you know, you don't want to do all that work. Z-Pack is garbage. The last time I got strep throat last year, they gave me the liquid Z-Pack. That did a number to my stomach, though. Oh, my God. Witchcraft, yeah.
Are you chill with me upgrading my pickaxe?
Ooh. Yes! Shella!
What?
We got a prismatic shark!
You did?
I fished one up!
Oh my god, you're an icon.
Oh my god!
You can go get your galaxy sword if you want.
Can I use that with the bone sword?
You just have to take it to the
place in the desert, right?
Yeah. You
Okay,
don't
I'm
need a certain
going!
sword for it. Yeah, go get your
Okay.
sword.
Yay!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Proud
Everything's
of
coming
you.
up wonderful! Me, I want to make more money for us. Also me. Never mind.
We don't need it.
We don't need it.
I just spent
How
all
you
our
make
money
yours
anyways.
too? Faye, yeah,
Upgrading
get
my
me your
pickaxe.
recipe. Avocado? Did Remy like it? Didn't kick all the crud out? I know. I feel like it never does. I also feel as though Z-Pack is one of those prescriptions that a lot of doctors will over-prescribe just to get patients out of their office. Do you feel me? I've never had a bad issue with it, but... Okay, I actually don't know where to go. Chat, I'm assuming it's up here somewhere. Where's the new area? It's not here. It's gonna be below.
In expanded, you have to go down.
Thank you. I was just asking chat that. I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea where to go.
I figured, yeah. Yeah, just keep going down, and when you think you've gone far enough, you haven't, so.
Oh my god, does this desert end?
Yeah. It's a lot.
One of the reasons that diseases have resistance to antibiotics. Yeah. Overprescribed. Oh, I found it. Yeah! We did it! Screw you, Gunther. You're not getting this. Galaxy Sword! The prismatic shard changes shape before your very eyes. The power is tremendous. You
Violet
found the Galaxy Sword. Amazing.
I'm proud of you.
Oh my god, the gays keep winning.
As we should.
As we should. Grab a little coconut on my way back.
It's
Have a little
my turn
drinky
for
drink.
a shart.
Yep, it's yours.
I'm fishing right now.
Do it. Did we have good luck today?
I think
Don't
so.
we ever? There it is. There it is. I'm gonna pick up all the coconut. I might
keep
as
having
well
good
already
luck days in
paid.
the winter.
I know.
I'm down for it.
Woman, just go home. Screw you, Gunther, you creepy Civil War ghost. That's what I'm saying. He really is. Nightmare, how you doing? He truly is a Civil War ghost. She seemed to. It was baby-led warning day, a weaning day, excuse me. So she was feeding herself, eating all mushed up, so a win. I love that. Rainbow Brigade, yeah. Yeah. Y'all, if you are part of the Rainbow Brigade in here, so am I. Please know that I love you. You're doing fabulous. You are wonderful. And thank you for spending your time in here with us, you sweet beans. You absolute sweet coffee beans. Okay, I'm getting rid of that. Do I have time? Yeah. I'm gonna run over to the Adventurers Guild and sell the bone sword just so we can get some money back. Battling bronchitis. Oh, God, the worst. That's rough. I don't like any where you end up coughing a ton. Doesn't you get really sore? Like nothing helps. Knock on wood. I haven't been sick in a hot minute lately. Not since last year. It's a new record for me. Nice. Oh, we get. Oh my God, baby. Yeah. Yes, we are. Why am I going back that way? Oh my God, yeah. I was asking Chad earlier today if I should finally do my drag performance for Pride. Because I've been really wanting to do a drag king performance for several years now. But something always comes up, so I can't do it. And I want this year to be the year. I want it to be the year. 2024 is the year, baby. And we'll put our mud away. Hell yeah, Mama Muta. Just getting over a bad cold, but it's your fault. You picked it up on vacation, even though I masked and stuff. Well, you did your best, right? And you weighed the pros and cons. I wouldn't say it was your fault. You took the best precautions, and sometimes it still gets us. I told y'all, the only time this family, myself and Kip, got COVID 2 years ago, 2022, late October, at an outdoor wedding while we were wearing masks. You couldn't make this up. Even my doctor was like, you had the best case scenario. Sucks to be you. I was like, well, yup. Tough out here. Do I have anything else I can put in? I can put in 2 eggs. Ooh, iridium eggs. Perfect. Still some time left. Are these ready to go yet? No, we just planted them yesterday. You did take the breast precautions. My family doesn't know, but I came out. Oh my God, congrats, honey! I'm so glad to hear that. That is wonderful. My spouse is trans, so please know that you are among friends. And, you know, we love and support you in here. The one time you got COVID was at the Ren Festival! And I'm assuming, again, you were outside that day. I'm sharing a smoking device. Okay, that's a little... Okay. Okay. It's like when I was younger and I used to share like lip gloss with my friends or share drinks or anything, and I would be incredibly sick. I'm like, wow, no wonder I was getting sick so much more often. Oh my God. You gotta be a special type of person too if you're working with kids. I'm telling you. Summer camp, I always got a summer cold. Then when I was teaching, at least 1 per term. So a term is usually around 3 months, not a semester, but a term. I was coming down. I was getting strep. I was getting the flu. I was getting everything. Oh my God, it was awful. It was no good. Started feeling sick yesterday. Oh, Kitty, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Awful. Awful. I want to wait here for Shella. When I worked with kids, I got norovirus. I used to get norovirus at least once a year. Yup. The worst thing outside of strep throat that I don't wish upon anybody is any stomach bugs. Awful. Awful. Like, you truly think that you're at the end, that you've met your maker. Kids are harsh. Kids are germy. Kids are germy. If one thing that COVID taught us that I hope that we keep up with is just personal hygiene and cleansing. I mean, I'll go out to Target, right? And my bladder is the size of a pea pod at this point. And I'll go in the bathroom, and other people will just walk out without washing their hands. And I'm just like, no shame if any of that has to do with
Good night.
depression, but for these
I'm just
people,
gonna
I think they
snuggle
just
right
don't
in
care.
here.
Oh my God, you're spooning me one last
Yeah.
time.
One last time.
I'm gonna miss you.
I know. I'm gonna miss you too.
But yeah, we'll try and figure out another day this month. I'm sure
Yes.
we can make something work. Like,
Oh yeah, I have a feeling we will. It probably
Yeah.
just won't be a Monday, so
oh yeah, and that's fine. It'll be a
we'll see
magical
about
other day that ends in a Y.
magical something day.
Magical something day.
Thank you for streaming with me and hanging out today.
Thank you for having me. I love you.
I love you a lot.
Thank you, chats.
And-
Thanks for being amazing.
Thank you, chats. If you haven't already followed Violet, by the way, she's linked in my title.
This
You
woman.
can just click on her cute little name.
And
Go
same
drop
thing
a
with
follow.
Shella, y'all. And you can pull up the Shella command too. Follow her directly over. Thanks, mods.
Everyone say bye, Violet.
Bye, Violet. Oh, bye, Shella.
Bye, Violet.
Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
I literally am the worst. Bye, Violet. Who says that? Anyway, hi, friends. Thank you for all the follows. Welcome on over from Shella's stream. I hope you're having the best day. If you're new here and you're like, oh my God, who's that fool that yells in Shella's ears? It's me. I'm the fool. And it's nice to have you with us. Oh my God, isn't it cute? Our beautiful friend Scottish got that off of my throne wish list as a gift. There we go. And I opened that up today. So we got our little friend back there now. Hi, Raindrop. Hello. Left on the bathroom floor. Yep. Oh, yeah. Because it's nice and warm and it's near the toilet because you don't know what's going to be expelled from you. Like an exorcism. Me too. Yeah. And I'm with you. And I definitely know that because depending on the bathroom, I'll do that too. But like they don't move to use any sort of cleanser. They just like leave. Unless they're doing it outside. But at that point, you already put more germs on you and you're spreading germs. I don't know. A great time to be here in the year 2024. Speaking of, stream's over. I love you. Thanks for hanging out today. Another solid magical Monday. Don't worry, Shella and I we'll try and meet up together as the month goes on. It just won't be on a Monday. So be on the lookout for that. I know for sure it won't be this week or next week, but maybe the week after. We'll try and make something happen. The schedule's gonna get a little bit wonky starting next week for the rest of the month. So, just any day that ends in a Y will probably be here. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the lurks. I really appreciate it. Whether you are new or old, welcome to the Nerd Camp. Thank you for your stay. We'll be back tomorrow. Here's the drill for tomorrow. 12 p.m. Eastern start time, per usual. We'll start off with my solo Stardew farm save for 1.6. Then towards the end of stream, the last 2 or 3 hours, we're going to break it up in little segments. We are doing our Yandere Haley mod this time. It's going to be a really fun time if you don't know what that is. It's going to be a Dark Stalker Haley in Stardew Valley. Okay, let's see what we get up to. Thanks for hanging out. Be good and kind to yourselves and each other. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Hi, bye, PTX fan. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Deloria. Bye, Aurora, Kitty, Golden. Thanks for all the clips today. Silver, take care. Raindrop, Moonwitch, SMG, Mama Muta. Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.